Hi everyone, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can extract the shape of any river you want from the OSM base map, as you can see here. So in this demonstration I'm going to consider the Periyar river, which flows through the Indian state of Kerala as an example. So it originates from the Western Ghats and it flows uh, towards the west, and it finally reaches the Arabian Sea. So how did I do the extraction of this particular river? And sometimes your river might be having some tributaries as well. So what can you do in such instances? So let's begin. First of all, I'm going to delete everything, and so that we can start from the scratch. Okay, so to start with, you need a base map, and it is from the base map that we are going to make the extraction. And to get a base map, you can go to plugins, manage and install plugins, and you have to search QuickMapServices. This particular plugin, you have to click install. I have already installed it, so I'm not going to do that again. And once you are done with the installation, you can close it. And now if you go to web and QuickMapServices, you are going to find an option called OSM, and from here you have to choose OSM standard. So this is going to be the base map from where we are going to extract the river. And the first thing you have to do is that you should know, the area through which the river is actually flowing. So in my case, I think this is the Periyar river. You can see here, this one. So I'm zooming out and keeping the canvas like this, because the river, the entire stretch of river should be covered within this, should be included within this canvas extent. Then only the extraction will be possible. All right, I think the river originates from here, the Periyar river, and it goes through different regions before end up at the Arabian Sea. All right, so how do we do the extraction? The second step, it's simple. You need the help of another plugin called the QuickOSM. So you can install it the same way. Go to plugins, manage and install plugin, and search for QuickOSM. Click here and click install. I have already done it, so I'm not going to do it again. All right, once you are done, you will find an option like this one, QuickOSM. So you have to open it. Let's wait a few seconds. Yeah, okay, it's been opened. And now you have to provide a key and value for extracting the shape of river as a vector line. So the key in the case of the river is going to be waterway, and the value is going to be river. And you can see something called in, which is going to be canvas extent. So what did I do here? Simply, I have specified the algorithm to extract all rivers from this canvas extent. So there will be a lot of rivers, not just the Periyar river. In addition, there will be plenty of other rivers originating from the Western Ghats and flowing to the Arabian Sea. So let's do the extraction, and we are going to extract all the rivers, and from that list of rivers you can pick the river you want. In our case, it's going to be the Periyar river. So I'm simply going to run the query. So the query is being run. Meanwhile, I'll simply explain the key and value concept. So if you want to understand the key and values, you have to search key and value in OSM and open the first link. So here you are going to find a lot of tables containing key and value. So if I look at the first key and value column, it simply means that the key is going to be the broad category and the value is going to be the subclass or subcategory. For example, if I choose an area, if I keep an area in my QGIS canvas and provide key as amenity and value as bar, the algorithm is going to extract all the bars from that canvas extent. Similarly, if I want, I can extract restaurant, pub, food court. So basically key is the broad category and values are going to be the subclasses. Okay, that's a brief intro of the key and value concept in OSM. And using these values, you can extract any geographical and man-made features you want from the OpenStreet standard base map. All right, our query has been run successfully and we have extracted all the river networks from the base map. And before that, sometimes if you run the query, you are going to get an error. So don't worry, you just simply click run query again, sometimes once again, to make it work. All right, so I'm going to close it now. And if I uncheck the OSM standard map, see, interesting, right? We have also extracted some rivers that are flowing towards the east to the Tamil Nadu side. And you can find some point features here which we don't need. So I'm going to remove the points and the polygon from the list, and we are left with only the line features, the line vectors. And if you want to check the name of a particular river, for example, if I want to know the name of this river, I can use this option called identify features, and if I click there, I will get the name of that river. It's called the Vaigai River. And as you have noticed, these are like fragments joined together. So a single river will be having different fragmented lines. And the same goes with the Periyar River also, but it's very difficult to identify Periyar from these network of rivers, right? So how can we do that? It's simple. So this feature will be having attribute table. So you have to right click on the waterway and open attribute table. And if I scroll down, okay, so all these are our vector lines, the line fragments of different rivers. So our duty is to join all the line fragments belonging to a particular river. So if I scroll down, let's see if you can find the Periyar River somewhere here. Yeah, we have got Periyar here. This is one line fragment, and another we have got here, then there is another one. So for long rivers, you are going to find a lot of line fragments which you will have to join. And sometimes there will be some tributaries, right? So in such cases, you have to know the names of those tributaries. It will be here anyways in the name column. So within this attribute table, you are going to find a lot of information, but what we need is this particular column called name column. And our next task is to select all the lines or line fragments corresponding to or belonging to the river Periyar. How can we do that? It's simple. There is an option called select features using an expression. Click there and you have to write an expression. I'm not writing it manually. It's there in ChatGPT. I already prepared it. So let me simply copy and paste it. You can simply write it. It's not a big deal. So first you have to specify the column name containing the name of your rivers or tributaries. So in my case, it's going to be the name column, right? This column. So if I open the attribute table, see, this is the name of the column which contains the name of our river. And from that column, I am going to select all line fragments or vector lines having or containing the name Periyar. So from the name column, all Periyars will be extracted if I click on the select features button. Let's go back to the attribute table. See, all Periyars have been selected here. And if I close it and go back to here, see, in yellow color, it has successfully selected all the line fragments belonging to the river Periyar. All right, now we need to copy only this line fragments belonging to the river Periyar. How can we do that? It's simple. You can simply go to edit and copy features, and then go to edit again, and you are going to paste features as a new vector layer. So this vector layer will be containing the shape of Periyar River, and I'm going to give a name called Periyar river shape, and I'll be saving it in my desktop. Let it be. All right. And if I click OK, the shape will be saved, and also it gets imported back to my QGIS canvas. I'm clicking OK now. Done. So you can see it in this light green color. What I'm going to do now is that I'm going to uncheck the waterway layer, which contained all the rivers we extracted from the canvas. All right, this is the shape of Peria River, and as I said, it consists of so many different fragments like this. See, all belonging to the river Peria. All right, and simply if I click there and if I go to layer styling panel, I can change the color of the line. And let me increase the width of the line so that it looks like a proper river. That's it. Okay, I'm closing it now. And if I call the OSM standard map, I will get a very good idea of, regarding the origin of river and the area it passes through. It's passing through the Peria National Park, Tiger Reserve, and it's even coming to the Kochi city, reaching the Vembanad Lake. And another part is going to the Arabian Sea. Anyways, this is what we have done in the case of Peria River to do the extraction. And for all rivers, if the river is already there in the OSM OpenStreetMap, then you can follow this procedure to extract the shape. That's it. Now we are done with the part 1. And in part 2, let me show you how you can create a map using this, so that you can put it in your research papers or in your publication, in your project work and all. And those who already know how to create a map, you can skip this part entirely. And if you want to learn how to create a study area map for this particular river, then just stick with me. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to zoom in and keep it like this. All right, then I'm going to reduce the opacity of the OSM standard layer, the base map, by right clicking, go into properties, and here I'm reducing it to 40. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is that there is an option called new print layout. I'm going to click there and click OK. So another canvas will open. This is where we will compose our map. And the first thing you have to do is that from the first canvas, we have to add the map to the second canvas here. So you can click the add map option, right click on a corner and draw. Cool, right? And then what do we have to add? You can add a scale bar by clicking here. And if it appears blurred, what you can do is that press Ctrl plus X and Ctrl plus V. So you're simply cutting and pasting it once again so that it won't appear blurred. Fine. Then you can add a north arrow. All these options are available here in this panel. And then what else do we have to add? Let it be here. I need to add a title. So adding a title, you can choose this option, add label, and draw it here. And this is where you have to type. This is going to be Peria River. And whenever you add a new item onto the map, it will appear here, north arrow, the river, the scale bar, the map. See, if I click on these items, it gets highlighted or it gets selected from the canvas. So now we are working on the label, right? So I have entered the name and I'm going to change the font size from this appearance option. Let's make it bigger. Now I'm going to change the arrangement. The horizontal alignment is going to be at center and the vertical is also going to be at center. All right, so I'm going to cut and paste so it won't appear blurred. All right, and there is another option to add a background. Now my label is having a white background. Let's make it, we have to blend the background with the, okay, all right, this looks fine. And what's next? You have to add the coordinates or grid cells, and for that you can click on map option, and if you scroll down you can find an option called grids. You have to add the grid cells first, then only you will be able to add the coordinates. So click here, a new grid cell will be added, select it and click modify grid, and here you have to choose the map CRS as EPSG 4326. So if you use this particular CRS, you will be able to add your coordinates in degrees like latitude and longitude. Instead, if you had chosen something like this, the coordinates will be added in meters, not in degrees. But generally, people use the EPSG 4326 so that the degree, minute, second format is pretty much familiar to everyone. Okay, so now it's time to provide the grid cell size. I'm going to provide 0.5 and 0.5. It means that the distance from this point to this point is going to be 0.5 degrees, not kilometers, not meters, but degrees. And in this equatorial region, 1 degree is around 111 kilometers. So 0.5 degrees will be around, I think, 55 kilometers. You can do some calculation using ChatGPT and all to find out. Anyways, I'm scrolling further down, and the line style you can change it. Fine. And the frame style, I'm going to put interior ticks, so you can find some interior ticks being added where the coordinates are going to appear. And I'm scrolling further down, and there you will find an option called draw coordinates, and you can choose any format you want: decimal, decimal with suffix, degree minute, or degree minute second. I'm going to choose decimal with suffix, and now the coordinates are outside the frame, and I need to put them inside by selecting inside frame from left, from right, from top, and from bottom. All right, in the next step, you can change the font size and font color of the coordinates. Fine. And what next now? So we have successfully created the map, and we need to add an inset map so that the readers will get to know where this location actually is, where the river is, in fact, on a large scale. It's simple, and you can add a map of India, the South Indian region and all, within the, in the inset. But before that, you need to make sure that click on the map one, this layer, and if you scroll down there, you will find an option called log layers. So click there and log styles for layers. So now we have logged whatever we have created here. We don't want this to change. And now you can bring an inner map showing the approximate location of your study area, or of this particular river. So I'm minimizing it now. And what you have to do is now is that click here, select everything and type world in the coordinate field. Now you are going to get a world multi polygon like this. Cool, right? So this is India, and this is where our river is. And I'm going to click on this Periyar river shape and go into layer styling panel, and I'm decreasing the width of my river. This looks fine. All right. And I'm keeping this map like this. And now we are going to export this map into the canvas number 2. Here we will add it. So how can we do that? So this is what we are going to add. So I'm going back here, and remember, you should log these layers before doing any operations in the first canvas. So now I'm going to click this add map option again, and I'm going to click and draw. All right, and now we can add a frame to our inner map, and let me make it white color, and the thickness you can increase. All right. So, or if you want, you can add some other color. For example, you can go for black color. No, let it be white itself. And now if I zoom in, you can see our river is here, the Periyar River. The next thing you can do is that there you will find an add arrow option, and click left click, then do a left click and right click. So we have added an arrow indicating the approximate location of the Periyar River. That's it. So this is how you do river mapping in QGIS. For most of the purposes, you can use this map. This will be enough. And if you spend more time, you can improve the aesthetics. You can make your map more, better looking than this one, which I just created. Anyways, that's it. So thanks for watching. I'll be back with another tutorial soon.